You ready, B?
Let's go get them.
Hey.
What up?
What's up, people?
Hey. Welcome back to another episode of Insert Subject here. I'm Makia.
And I'm
Pardon me, are you?
Aaron Burr.
Sir?
That's me, sir.
I didn't know this was in the script, sir.
You didn't read it ahead of time, sir.
Oh, well, I don't have another rhyme, sir.
What up?
Well, housekeeping. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the page, turn the notification bell on, and share your comments and keep the conversation going below in the comment section.
Man.
I have been having so much fun. People want to talk to me. I've been having fun.
They say hi to you.
They say hi to me. So it's June, everyone.
Yes,
and
it is.
Guess what? The cicadas are back, and I'm
Bruh,
so excited.
I
Said
swear they jumped me.
nobody ever.
I swear they jumped me while I was on the Beltway. Like, I want to wash my car so bad, but I can't. It's no point.
What's the point?
Oh, my goodness.
And the sound, and I'm like this hybrid stay-at-home, going to the office, working mom now. And so I pick up and drop off our middle baby girl to school. And today, I wish I would have had my camera. She was outside and she was fighting them because there's so many trees. And so she's ducking and dodging. And I felt so bad because I sat there for a little bit and watched.
it. Piss poor parenting at its finest.
And then I was like, run! Like, you know, what's his name off of Planet of the Apes? What was his name?
Caesar.
But some interesting things happened this week.
Yeah,
P from Quality Control's birthday party. And, you know, black tie or upscale dress is not what it used to be.
It's not.
Everything is now, the more revealing, the better.
See-through. It's a thing. It's weird. It's not elegant.
No. And
It's not elegant.
I don't know where we came to with this. And I'm going to circle back around that to my question today. But it's going to tie together. But I just don't understand my mother would have beat the hog crap out of me if I would have caught myself going out the house. You remember proms when girls was wearing those like dresses and you would hear that
Yes, I do.
picture people couldn't take the pictures of them or they were stopped like, hey, you got to put on a sweater, baby girl.
You got to cover up some of them things.
Right. That dress don't go down no lower. You can't pull it. And now it's like, hey, let's go.
Let the good times roll.
Right.
Like I was saying it to Mickey when I was seeing the pictures. It was weird to see people in see-through leotards. Yeah. Like I'm like, that's not elegant. The fellas stepped their game up. Like they had on some really nice stuff. Even the dudes that don't probably ever own a suit or have one in their repertoire in their closet looked pretty good in their tailor-made whatevers they was wearing. Yeah, but it was just the see-through dress.
Pee Wee Herman suits because I saw a meme this week that was like, y'all was making fun of them, and they're all y'all sons, and even some of these celebs.
Wearing
them Pee Wee
Herman suits. And other news, Floyd Mayweather stole some money from y'all, didn't he?
If you guys don't want to see me do no exhibitions, don't come. Don't watch. When it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best.
Listen.
There's no way I'd have ordered that fight for $50. We ain't ordered, and I saw everything that was happening.
Exactly.
You go on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everybody's going to show you what was happening.
Everybody have it. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a hug fest. Him and Logan Paul hugged each other. That was the cutest couple award for that fight. I know y'all mad about that $50, but that wasn't the point for me because I think as soon as it happened, the video came out of my man. I love, Ocho Cinco. He made it. He made it 4 rounds.
Okay.
With a professional bare knuckle fighter, and with 1 minute left, he got caught. He got caught and dropped, and it was he just woke up trying to figure out what to do with his. Okay. He was like, "Come on, brother, good stuff. Give me some. Give me some. That was a good hit. Give me some."
I don't want to fuck no more.
I don't want to do it no more. And then they zoomed in on him, and it looked like he was really like, "This it? Like, can we just ring the bell? We can wipe these 30 seconds out."
Right.
It was crazy.
He's like, I got paid.
Yeah, but he hung in there. Like he got some good blows in. He paused. Yeah. I'm not gonna take it there this episode. I might, because I was looking at one of the notes I had. But anyway, he got some good punches in, and he looked like he knew what he was doing in the ring, which was impressive to me, more so than Logan Paul. But he definitely was. He hung in there, and it came out that he had been boxing all of his career to stay healthy. I was like, that's pretty dope. So he did pretty good. I ain't see the other two fights because it ain't even, man. I'm tired of seeing Badu Jack fight. He fight for free everywhere, so I ain't gonna pay for it. I'm not gonna pay for it.
Speaking of fights, Gary Owen's wife was like, "Oh, you want some smoke?" She said, "Just looked at my wrist. I got time today."
She woke up and chose
effing, I'm crossing the
violence
line today.
Yes, I feel bad for that man.
You know, and she was such a silent woman all through the marriage. Like, I didn't know he was married to an African-American female.
That's because she don't watch Gary Owen stand up. That was
the
bulk of his content.
I heard all of that, yeah, once I started really getting into him. But before that, like, I didn't know. Like, when he was first starting out and doing his little movie cameos, I didn't know. And so I guess he didn't know which one he picked, or maybe he did.
She from Compton.
Oh, because she brought the thunder.
I my watch. I got time today.
Oh, I'm crossing the line.
The hardship, though, about it, if you read the statement, we'll post it so y'all can see the picture if y'all haven't seen it. She says you haven't paid the mortgage. Mm-hmm. No, you've paid the mortgage. You haven't paid the other bills since April. Now, it's June. So, and my facts might not be right, but I think she came out and said they were separated about 6 months ago.
That is correct.
Beginning of the year. And he's still paying the mortgage in the house you're living in. Like, you told me get out. You better cover that cell phone.
Yeah, and that's where it gets tricky. When you put somebody out and when you're separating, I'm sorry. If you put me out, guess what? Chucking up the deuces.
You better figure it out from here.
Good luck.
You told me get out. You figure it out from here.
Right.
That's how I look at it. And it's not I don't think it's a mean thing, but you're asking me to pay my bills for where I have to stay while I continue to pay your bills. That's
Listen,
tough.
If I still got to pay them bills, guess who's not getting out? Guess who's going to stay right here? I'll go to the next room.
This house got 3 bedrooms. We're going to pick a room.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a tough. She woke up definitely choosing violence that day. And all from a shirt. He posted a picture of him in a breadwinner shirt, which, I mean, he is.
He is. And, you know, sometimes when people, it's that special time of the month.
Yeah. She probably was in her bag. And you could tell, but inexcusable to me.
No, I'm not. Because I'm still a big proponent for our business needs to stay our business.
Yeah,
now, I would have called you and let you have this tongue lashing, but I'm not going to post it all over social media.
Because all the comments said, but sis, what can we do about it?
Right. Exactly.
And that's real. Like, what can we do about it?
You have people that are going out here saying such and such RAPED me and did all of this stuff, and people still support him. So guess what? Just because y'all going through a divorce, people still going to support Gary Owens.
Indeed.
So this week, we are talking about things we wish we would have known when we were younger.
Yeah, baby.
And I'm wondering how many of these things can you relate to with us? I'm going to go ahead and kick this thing off.
Uh-oh.
When I was younger, I wish I would have known it's okay to say no.
Ooh.
Because I've been in, and I'm sure many of you have. I've been in places, spaces, and situations where I was trying to be nice, where I was trying to go along. Somebody invited me over, and sometimes you have friends who have other friends, but you don't get down with their friends.
Tell your friends to get with my friends.
And so I've been in some spaces where I'm sitting there like,
is it time to go yet?
Big day tomorrow. I'll do some laundry. You know what I mean? And there are even some and you go to people's houses and I ain't gonna eat nothing at this party.
Yeah, that's definitely me.
So why did I even come? Has anybody ever been there and you like, Why did I even say yes to
Yeah,
this?
it was for me. I think it was. I was such a. I'm not going to call myself a loner, but I was such the I'm cool by myself person that I knew I couldn't always be that way, so I would force myself to go to things and regret it as soon as I get there. Like, I could have just stayed home.
This ain't even my crowd.
Yeah, this ain't even my people.
I don't even like your friends for real. I just do this because you asked me to. And then you spending the whole day like, And then you trying to figure out excuses rather than just say, look, I'm out. Look. Or before you go, who all over there?
Yeah.
Who all coming?
Yeah. Who all gonna be here?
And you know what's so interesting now is I get invited to places and I get evites and people are now hiding the guest list so you can't see who all is invited.
Well, just uninvite me then.
Tricky.
You ain't tricky. You ain't gonna tell me who all gonna be there. I ain't gonna be there. That's the one person you ain't got to count on. Don't slide nobody in there that I don't deal with and then tell me, oh man, I thought it was gonna be all right. No, it's not. It's not okay. I'm not okay, and I'm going home.
I have a friend, love her to death, but she does not respect personal space. Love her to
so much.
death. But she will like be on you the whole night. And she's so sweet. And I don't even know if she realizes she's doing it. And when the alcohol is involved, it gets even closer. It's so cozy.
I'm having a great time. I am so glad you are. But are we about to kiss? Because I don't need this smoke. Tell me now.
And I know, that might be uncomfortable for some of my other friends.
Baby.
So I even try to like pick and choose like at certain events, you invite certain people because I just want everybody to be comfortable. Yeah. And it doesn't mean I love my friends any less. It's just I understand. You got to read the room. And you got to know. You got to
read the room.
You got to know. You can't take everybody everywhere.
I agree. But to segue into my first thing that I wish I knew as a kid, I wish I knew that to embrace my quirks.
Okay.
Labels reflect the person, not that created it, not the wearer of the label. Like people like, oh, you're so weird, but I'm weird to you. Mm-hmm. To me, I'm fine. Like I stopped a long time ago judging gamers, and that's that thing. Like, who am I to say that's weird? Who am I to say that's crazy you play games? Just because I don't play games? Right. I don't have, like, groupthink ain't a thing. So they don't have to do the same things I'm into. Mm-hmm. But I think you can learn so much. Like, you ever sit down with a person that's so different from you, you start learning things. And I wish I would have embraced those quirks back then. It would have made me a lot less standoffish now.
Yeah. We have a nephew who is a gamer.
Yes.
And he's very quiet. And I have to say, for a while, I was like, it might be a little touch and go with little honey.
Yeah.
But our youngest baby girl was locked out of her account. Was it like Roblox? And he was like, I gotta do the
voice. Like, we talk, and she was like, I don't know what to do. They said they sent your email. I didn't get an email. And he just looked over me. He was like, well, you have to do a 2-step verification. If you do a 2-step authentication, nobody can steal your account, and then you got to put a PIN in there. So that's 3 steps with your password. So what I can try to do is call some of my friends and see if we can hack back into your account. But if we can't, then you're going to have to get a whole new account. But next time, do a 2-step authentication, and then that way, nobody can steal your stuff.
And little honey was only 10.
Bruh, and it was out of nowhere. He ain't say nothing the whole day but that.
I was so blown away. And all he does is sit quietly and play his games. He come around when he's hungry or something, and then he go back and play.
Does.
And I was like, wow. Yeah. I love his little quirks.
Yep.
That was so dope.
And it's a... But that's his quirk, and that's a quirk that we have to learn to just embrace and not push off and say, oh, you're so weird, or you're so this, you're so that. No, that's you, and I love you regardless, so you do you. I'll try to sit down and play some games with you, and then I'll get frustrated and I'll walk away, but you continue to do you. Mm-hmm. But be open to just accept this is who I am, and don't work so hard. Had I known back then not to work so hard to try to fit in with people. Like, you'll find your people when you stop doing that. Like, I think life is much better because I found my people. Now that I'm just being me. So that's one of the things I wish I knew as a kid.
Yeah. One thing that I wish I knew as a kid is to slow down and enjoy the time. Like when I was younger, I couldn't wait to get sweet 16. And then when I turned 16, couldn't wait till I was 18. Because then, you can go to the club at 18. Then when I turned 18, I was like, I can't wait till I'm 21 so I can drink. Then when I was 21, I couldn't wait till I was 25. Now that I'm a whole 27, I'm like, you know what? I should have really taken the time to...
Pause, pineapples. Now that your whole... What again?
27.
You said 27?
5, 23, 6.
I can't, yo. That's it. I'm over it.
But now...
I am so over this right now.
But now I'm like looking back at where I was and what I was doing. I wish I would have really taken the time to enjoy that time.
Yes.
Just to... It was always such a rush for me. I can't wait for this.
Can't wait to grow up.
Yeah, and grown up ain't that fun.
It's not.
I don't like bills. Ain't nobody tell me about bills.
Yeah, bills ain't playing.
Man, why you ain't tell me about all these bills? Like for the rest of my life.
My mother definitely told me about bills.
I'm looking like for the rest of my life, I gotta pay somebody.
The rest of your life. Yeah, we were in a rush to do all the grown up things we saw.
Yep.
And now we grown ups like y'all coulda. I ain't had to do nothing but go to school and clean my room.
Yes. Do my little funky homework.
And I hated all of it. I didn't want to clean no room.
Right. I can't wait till I have my own place so I can do my own thing.
Now you got to pay a mortgage, utility bills, car insurance, car note, and still clean your room.
And now I got other people. So before, now I'm responsible for them. And now it's a mess everywhere. It used to be just my room. That's all I was responsible for. Now before I have somebody come over, we got to clean up.
It's huddle up.
Leave, I got to clean up.
It's a huddle up.
I don't like
Let's get it done. Yeah, I agree with that. That was something. That's definitely something we could have. I wish. Like hindsight is 2020. I wish I'd have just took the time. But we didn't. We're here.
Yeah. And I mean, and I have to say, I enjoy life now.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Now, every day, every moment, every
absolutely.
trip, I'm not looking forward to 28. I am so good right here. Good. Next.
27.
Next.
All right. So what? Another thing I wish I knew as a kid. I wish I knew success was relative. Like success is different for different people. So I used to think success based on what I saw on TV and in movies and in magazines meant, you make a lot of money. You got the nicest foreign car and you got the biggest house with the pool and the this and you all the name brand clothes you can find. Yeah, my Old Navy jeans do me quite well. Like success for me is happiness. And if I'd have known that's all it was back then, I think the path I took to get to where we are financially, we probably wouldn't have made it here, but I don't know if I'd have been any less happy, if that makes sense.
It does.
So I'm financially, we're fine. Like we ain't rich. Don't come knocking on the door. We ain't got it. I ain't got it. Let me hold something. But we're in a pretty good place financially that it's not even that does it for me. It's the happiness of it all. It's the being able to travel. And it ain't like we out here traveling to $400,000 a day resorts. I want to go to the Maldives. Say it twice. Make it nice. But I'm not spending $10,000 a night to stay in some of them rooms. Like it just don't worth it for me. I'm cool with the way we travel now, and we're pretty frugal with it, but we have a great time. We pay for the things we want to do.
Exactly.
And I realize like it doesn't take $100 million a year to do that.
It does.
It's all about happiness. I am happy. My family's happy. We eat. It's food in the house. I'm saying that we ain't broke, but it's food in the house. But we're all happy, and I think that's the success of it all. Getting to a place where we want for nothing,
right? And
it's not like we got to go out here and paper chase to get to this certain point so we can have the designer. Like designer is cool. I ain't knocking the people that wear it. However, like $2,000 for jeans, people. $1,000 for jeans. Old Navy jeans always on sale for $29.99, and they fit pretty good. You gotta find your perfect fit. Like you gotta find the fit that flatters you. But you know what I mean? Like $29. That's me. Like just success. I feel successful, and I ain't making what little baby and the baby make. I still feel successful.
So kind of piggybacking on that, another thing that I wish I would have known when I was younger is that there is more to the world beyond Six Flags and King's Dominion. Like, I thought...
Wait, man, hold up. Pushback. You already knew that. You went to Disney every year.
I mean, yeah, Disney, but like, I didn't realize when I was younger what I was really experiencing. I thought,
okay.
I
that's
was
fair.
caught up in
That's fair.
The whole family and the novelty of it because we were all together. They pulled me out of school for a week each year, and we just went and it was just us. But I would get that same feeling if we went to like a Six Flags or a King's Dominion.
That's fair.
And then when I
used to love King's Dominion, though.
yeah, like when people was like, "Oh, we going to King's Dominion," I was like,
"Sign me
"Bet."
up."
Right.
Where the cheese bus at? Where the cheese bus at?
Shockwave and the volcano, like the old classic coasters.
And the
when
Rebel
they first,
Yell.
And when they switched it and it started going
backwards. Lord have mercy.
But, when I got a little bit older, then life for me became Disney and Ocean City. I know they're two very different extremes. I know this. But that's what I thought. Like, I'm going to introduce my kid to what I was introduced to.
Ish fun fact. I had never been to Ocean City until I met Makia.
See?
Another ish fun fact. We don't never have to go.
Yeah, it's not for me. Like, even when going, I would never get into the water, but I always loved beaches. Like, beaches are my thing. I could just sit out and listen to the waves and people watch and stuff like that. But then I wish when I was in my early 20s, because, I'm in my late 20s now. When I was in my early 20s, I wish that I would have I wish I would have got out and explored more beaches. Pretty beaches. I want to go to beaches.
The beaches. Ocean City just wasn't it for me. I'm weird when it comes to dirt. Like, the sand got cigarette butts, and I'm just like, yeah, this ain't sand. I'm walking in. Like, give me some water shoes. And when we went, don't y'all judge me. Don't judge me. When we went, I was walking on the beach with the Nike shower shoes, flip flops, and socks. I refused to put my feet in that dirty sand.
Yeah, and that has rubbed off on our kids because we've taken them out of the country and to some beautiful places. And then he had a conference in Ocean City. So I was like, okay, kids, we'll go up and, sit in a hotel and go sit on the beach. And I had to legit drag them out of the room.
They was like, no, we'll go to the pool.
Right. But I was like, I love the beaches. Let's get the water crashing.
It ain't the same.
And they was just like, they let me know distinctly they were unsatisfied.
This is not for me.
So I was like, all right, let's just go to the pool.
Yeah, I rubbed off my kids got my jeans. I hate dirty sand. I hate dirty water. Like, I think when we started going to other islands and seeing crystal blue water, man-made or not, it was beautiful.
It is.
And it just takes you to a place where you're like, I can't settle for dirty water if I can do this.
Right.
So that's why it was intentional that we took our kids to those places.
No offense to anybody that loves Ocean City. Like, if Ocean City is your thing, that's your thing.
Listen, I don't knock Ocean City for anything else other than the beach. Them Thrashers French fries.
Yes.
Like the food, the things to do, the Fisher's popcorn. Like, Ocean City is good for that part. I just don't cross the boardwalk. Like, I'm cool on land. I don't need to go to the sand. Oh, that rhyme, bro.
Moving on.
Cool on land. I don't need to go to the sand.
Oh, my God.
Hit the islands with a drink in my hand.
This one man I cannot stand. Now,
Touchdown
move on.
from the flight. Guess what? We land. Clap. Ow! Bars! Dylon, and... Okay, I thought you were going to come for me. Anyway.
I'm giving you your round of applause.
She's such a jerk. One of the things, another thing I wish I knew as a young adult. This is from a young adult that's watching because I can't just keep doing kids. I wish I knew that sex complicated things when you led with it. So a lot of relationships when you're younger are hormonally charged.
Oh, I like this.
And you're running behind the sensation to connect with this person in an intimate way. You see, I'm navigating this thing. I'm doing it. And you lose sight of everything else that comes with the person. I just see the shape and the eyes and the hair and the lips, and I don't know you as a person. And that complicates things, because if the intimate times are good, you start making excuses for the red flags that pop up and the things that don't mesh well with you. And when you start doing that, you just look up one day and you're in a relationship where you're losing your time, your money, your sense of mental health, your well-being, all because you led with sex and you didn't get to know the person you were sleeping with. So as a child, we've all been in those toxic relationships with people that you knew you weren't supposed to be there, but you were chasing a feeling. And you have to learn that it's more than a feeling that makes the relationship work. So I wish I knew as a young adult that how much sex complicated things when you led with it. Because that's
very deep. And females are very emotional creatures. And that's a very strong attachment, because we don't want a real high body count. So the lower the better.
Hey, yo.
So we gonna work this out.
We gonna make it work.
We gonna make this work.
And guys are the opposite. We didn't care. We were taught the more the better you were. And it just you man, if you're a young adult and you're out there, please hear me. Get to know people before you sleep with people. Like, you don't want the stalkers, because this new age kids, they doing more than what the other people used to do. Like, I had a homegirl who told me a story. Like, she was dealing with this dude and he didn't believe she was really going to work, so he went and sat in the car on a 90-degree day outside her job because he ain't. Well, that was you. Was that you?
Listen.
Hey, Makia, was that you? Hey, I have a question. Was that you?
Well, I had a homeboy who had a female that he was dealing with that came and wrote lovely messages across his car in soap outside of his job. And then she proceeded to slide down his car like a sponge at a car wash. Just.
I added the episode, right? So I can cut this out.
Cut it out if you want.
Them prices way too high. You need to cut it.
You telling some good stories, don't you cut it. So.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Snip. Cut it. Cut it. I wish. Too bad you guys didn't see the segment that we just cut out.
Oh, you saw that segment. Because if I watch this video and that segment is not in here, I'm going to go live from the Ish page and I'm going to recant the story.
Cut it. Cut it.
So, Anthony.
Cut it. Scary. Yes, ma'am.
What do you have for us today?
Boneless chicken wings are a thing, and they're not chicken nuggets.
What's the difference?
It's my time.
Okay.
Remember back in the day, I had a homeboy, and we used to call his father the Beast. The Beast was like a mechanic, but he was like 6'7", Jonathan Ogden looking guy. And his mother would cook, and when she would fry chicken, she would fry the chicken. Everybody would come downstairs and eat. That was the first time, like, we didn't have that type of household outside of holidays. Like, that was the first time I got to see that. And the Beast would sit down at the head of the table, and it was like a movie. And the Miss Terry would bring all the food out, and we just sitting there looking. And the Beast would get the biggest piece of chicken. What piece of chicken is that? The chicken breast. The chicken breast is a very prestigious piece of chicken in black households. So, for all you people that keep calling boneless chicken wings chicken nuggets, understand this. Some of us like our meat without the bones. See what I did there?
I see.
Oh, like a thick. Like my women, like I like my chicken. So, we prefer the chicken breast boneless because I don't want to get a whole wingette and most of it is bone and I'm fighting to get a little bit of meat off these little bones. It ain't worth it to me. And to further my point, what was more expensive in the market, the chicken breast or the chicken wing? Huh? It was the chicken breast. When we would sit at the table, the grown-ups got the chicken breast and the kids got the chicken wings. Y'all need to grow up. That's all I got to say. Long live boneless wings.
Okay. Hey guys. So remember in the beginning of this episode, I said I was going to circle back when we were talking about dress codes to my question. Is anybody else noticing that the little itsy bitsy teeny weeny bikinis are shrinking? Because they are getting like substantially like it looked like some of y'all are out here wearing kid size clothes because it just have like the little we got a picture up the little cover, and a lot of celebrities are taking pictures now. Like your whole boob is out.
Let it breathe. Except
for like the little areola. And do y'all like this? Like, do y'all like this stuff? I'm just curious because if and do you see this at like real beaches or do they just put this on for just a photo shoot? Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. This isn't even a bikini at this point. Like this is, I don't know. So I'm just curious, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all probably like, look good to me, but does it really? Like if your significant other goes out like with this on,
that's crossing the line.
Why is it crossing the line?
We don't want to see it on our significant other.
That's what you should want to see it on.
Not at all.
Why not?
Because we hold you in higher esteem.
Now listen, I understand not wearing it out in public. I understand that. Now if we don't,
but we're talking about in public right now.
That is correct.
We know what you wear.
So what about doors. If you saw your daughter posed up?
She's not supposed to wear it either.
But she a grown girl.
But I've raised her different to hold her in higher self-esteem and to hold herself in that self-esteem. The people that wear it, and this is no judgment, I feel like the people that wear it do have self-esteem issues, and they're seeking the attention for a reason. That's just me.
That's a good point.
And it's not that they're a bad person or they don't know no better. It's just this is their way. They know this is the thing that gets me attention, so I'm going to accentuate this. It's okay to look at. I mean, again, when you look at them, most of them single.
Yeah. No, because Khloe Kardashian,
Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. We just had a relationship. Talk to me. Tristan for the streets.
Yeah, and apparently
she's single.
So let me know what you guys think. Like, what do you all think of these bathing suits? And this week's hashtag nearly nude, because that's what most people are looking nude. Like these days. And again, no judgment zone. I'm just going to tell you my opinion.
Nearly nude. You know what's funny though? Of all the places we've been, I've never seen anybody nearly nude.
Me either.
All the beaches we've been to, never seen anybody nearly nude.
And that's why I'm like, strange. Do people just put these on just to take a picture? Because they're not wet. Like,
but we didn't go to the beach in Miami.
No, we did not.
We probably would have seen everybody nude.
Probably.
In Miami.
But that's just not my hangout spot.
Yeah, my thing. Oh, the Wet Willies was lit.
So this is a great episode.
So it's a great episode. Again, like Makia said earlier at the top of the episode, don't forget to subscribe to the page, hit the bell so you can know when we drop. And we drop every Wednesday, but new content is coming. We got some things for you. The things might not drop on a Wednesday, so put that bell on. Keep the conversation going in the comments. We loving it. We enjoying it. And again, I can't end it any other way but to thank y'all for all the support.
Absolutely.
I'm very appreciative. I did want to give a shout out to Fancy Free Hair and Skin. I ordered some products from her. Man, oh man. My hands haven't been dry in quite a long time since I started using the Beard Butter. So I'm going to put her information below so y'all can go check her page out. Tell her the Insert Subject Here podcast sent you when you go order your stuff. But it's really good. She does the shea butter, whipped shea butter stuff, and she does the hair natural stuff, no aluminum. She did some deodorant that I've been still rocking, scent free, because I like to wear my fragrances smelling like Nautica Voyage today. It's cheap, but it smells good anyway. But with that, check them out. Check out all the stuff in the comments. With that, I'm Ant.
And I'm Makia.
And thanks for stopping by to talk some issues today.
Bye.
Peace.